That we know also that there was another deadly incident. This isn't the first time that this has happened. This was back in 1979, the Who concert. 11 people were killed.
Yeah, and Robert Arnold's been looking into that as well as what's been happening as a result of this concert, looking at every angle as we possibly can on the social media front and beyond. Robert?
Well, we were looking at that Who concert from 1979 as a possible indicator of what may have happened in 2021. At that Who concert in 1979, the way it was described is you had all of these people outside the concert hall. They were waiting and they were waiting and they were waiting, and there were radio announcements that General Assembly could go in at this time, others at this time. Well, a couple of doors opened, people started going in. People at other doors were not allowed in yet. Those doors were locked, so they started banging, they started knocking. Then some people thought they heard the concert starting, so there was this panic that, oh God, we're missing everything, and so everybody starts crushing forward. So all those people up at the front of the concert hall trying to get in were suddenly being crushed by those in the back. The people in the back had no idea they were crushing the people in the front, and by the time everything was sorted out, 11 people had died from trampling injuries, and that's how things can just snowball so quickly, can escalate so quickly in these situations, because it is mass chaos. You have so many people, you can't hear what's going on. So if you have people in the front saying, hey, get back, that takes a while for that ripple effect to go all the way to the back. And so that's one aspect that's being looked at, is, was this something that just snowballed so quickly at this Astroworld event? So one of the other things too, I've been chatting with a colleague of mine whose son was there, and so you have to bear with me because it was a text exchange, but he was talking about his son was fairly close to the front and honestly didn't realize anything was going on until they were starting to leave. So you're going to bear with me as I go through some of these texts here. He said that his son and his friends were pretty close to the front, but he said there was always pushing, but they didn't feel scared. They really didn't see any big trouble until they were leaving and they saw people doing CPR, and as he wrote, bodies being carried out. He said now as they were leaving, people were crammed together. There was really nowhere to go very fast, and that police were using their batons to really try and get everybody out of the area as quickly as possible. He also said that they had gone to the same event last year and crowd size was very similar and they didn't have any problems. Now, he did say his son is 6'2" and was able to keep himself from, being really pushed or pushed down. And he said, but even his son, who's athletic, 6'2", was exhausted. His son's in high school by the time that he got home. Now, he did say that when his son and his friends got towards the front of the stage, that there was nowhere to go. If you were up there at front, you were not getting out anytime soon. So we're going to be speaking with him a little bit more in detail a little bit later on. So one of the other things too that you heard, and that was one of the things that we had read in some of the earlier social media posts, was this sense of chaos. So you had everybody that started gathering, and they're waiting and they're waiting and they're trying to get to the front. Some are up against these barriers. One young lady described some of these metal barriers that were about chest high, and so everybody's waiting, everybody's crowding, everybody keeps kind of inching forward and forward and more and more and more and more. And so there's a lot of this pent-up energy. And so when that concert did finally start, all that energy is just released and people just surged forward. And so you did have people at barriers that were caught. You had people towards the front that were caught. The video you're looking at now, that's from earlier in the day. That's when you had dozens of people just rush a security gate, topple a security gate to get around a checkpoint to get in. So you had some aggression starting earlier in the day. As for what happened here, I think that's going to be a mix of chaos, because you were reading on these social media posts, you had so many people that were screaming for help, and there was confusion and nobody could hear anybody, and everybody's like, please push back, please stop, please go back. And that takes a while. Like I said, I mean, if you think about it like a wave, it takes a while for that wave to go forward. It's going to take a while for that wave to receive, especially when you're in a chaotic situation and not everybody hears or not everybody understands exactly what's going on. It's not like moving 10 people back. I mean, you've got literally thousands of people. They're trying to scream to stop surging forward and get them to go back. Meanwhile, you've got paramedics, you've got other rescue crews, police officers all trying to rush into that fray to get those who've collapsed, those who were in cardiac arrest, out of the area. One young lady wrote that she passed out and one of her friends managed to somehow get the crowd to basically body surf her to the back, and she woke up with a water bottle in her lap and had no idea what had happened to her. So all of that's going to be sorted out. As you did hear Fire Chief Sam Pena explain, they're still going to have to wait to find out exactly what killed the 8 people that they do know have passed away at this point. You had several more that were injured. We're waiting to get an update on exactly all of their injuries. One of the other things that's going to be looked at too is how much information and how quickly information was relayed to the artists on stage, because what we're seeing on social media is there were certain interruptions during that initial performance, but it took a while for the performance itself to stop. And we know in a lot of cases, there was even one famous incident with Tejano singer Selena, where people started crushing the stage. She was able to see it immediately. She kind of signaled, hey, everybody, please calm down and move back. And that had a great effect and did help people being injured more seriously. So that is one of those things, you know, how quickly was that information given to the artists so that they could stop their performance, which could help bring the energy level down and bring a little bit of calm so the information could get out for everybody to start moving back. Those are all things that are going to be part of the investigation. It's certainly things that we're looking into as well. Back to you guys.
Yeah, Robert, and you talked about the lifeless bodies out there, people moving the bodies out of the way. And Chief Troy Finner saying that they're looking into rumors of someone injecting drugs into people. And of course, we won't know what caused the deaths of these 8 individuals until those autopsy reports come in.
I will tell you, I did get a text from a paramedic who was saying he did think that some of what they were seeing out there were drug overdoses. He said some were definitely trampling. He said, but he does believe that some of the issues out there were due to drug overdoses.
All right, Robert, thank you so much for checking on the social media angle to this. We'll see you again soon. Thank you.